Welcome to Couch Conversations, the space where real talk meets God talk.
We're two best friends who love Jesus, deep combos, and a whole lot of laughs.
From relationships and faith to the messy middle of adulting, we're chatting about it all right here on the couch.
So grab your snacks, get cozy, and let's get into it. This is Couch Conversations.
Hi, cousins, and welcome back to another episode of Couch Conversations. We're your hosts, Kelsey
and Deja.
and for this episode, we're going to be talking about something I'm sure most of you all have experienced, whether in the workplace or just even out, just lollygagging around.
Dilly dally.
Yes, dilly dally. And this time, we're talking about code switching. Have you been guilty of code switching?
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. In settings like going to the doctor, work, definitely. For sure.
I agree for sure. I feel like I do it now as well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially being that I work on two teams,
Mm-hmm.
and my home team, where I'm based at, where our entire team is black.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas my other team, right now, I'm just the only black person.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I don't know if it depends on who's in a room as far as like their titles.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I feel like sometimes I feel more comfortable talking to some people in my normal like accent, my normal tone, how like I just talk in general.
Right, normally.
Like if my voice will inflate, if I'm gonna use my hands more, or if I'm gonna say things I only know you will understand compared to somebody else.
Right.
The other ones may look at me like,
what are you talking about?
And that has happened. But yeah, for sure, guilty of it.
Yeah. And so for those who don't know, code switching is basically when you kind of change your natural dialect and how you speak to, I would say, conform to what is socially acceptable or whatnot. So some people say it's talking white or anything like that. And I don't know, it's so many layers to that. Like,
because I feel like sometimes we don't even know we're doing it.
We just got so used
naturally,
to it.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know if it's just something in the back of our minds where we don't really realize we're doing it like unconsciously.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay,
because it's something that it's kind of like you're taught from a young age, even if it's just not like somebody telling you like, oh, you have to talk like that, but hearing your parents like talking like that. Like my mama, I said she got a different voice from when she talking to our family and when she talking like to someone else, like in a space that you're not really comfortable in per se, or your natural space or whatnot. And a lot of people will pick on people, like our people will pick on us like if you talk like that, but it's like, yeah, sometimes you just have to play the game. And like some people be like, are you selling out? And that's another question that it prompts, like, are you selling out or are you being strategic? Because it's like, sometimes you got to play along to get along. And at first you may not get South Carolina Deja who say Bo and Obade or ain't like, you're not gonna get that, but
or just the actual countryness of how some of my words come out.
Right.
I may say hot dog.
She know I crack up every time she say hot dog.
Hot dog. How do you
hot dog?
Hot dog.
No, I feel like I got a drawl. Like we have southern draws towards
hot dog.
Hot dog.
Ambulance.
Syrup.
Statistics.
Now you know.
No, what's another word like What's something else people would say?
Specific. They said Pacific. It eats me up. Yeah. Put the S.
Mines. You more than one person?
Or you a coal mine? Multiple
A
coal
gold?
mines?
A gold mine?
But yeah. Now there's a difference between like code switching and just being grammatically correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like certain things are just like, all right now. Like I need you to know the difference between there, and where and where.
And women and woman. Why you don't know the E is plural for multiple?
Please. So it is okay to be grammatically correct, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. That's not talking as if you're from a certain demographic or group. It's just being correct. It's not. It's just being correct.
Things and that right there, that type of stuff will be a turn off in a relationship
immediately. Because why is you talking like that? Now I know sometimes I may slip up here and there, but I'm gonna catch myself.
Like
for the most part.
I remember one time we were texting about something, and instead of disgus, like disgust, like I'm disgusted, I put disgust, like we discussing something, and I didn't even realize it. And they just like, you
no, sometimes Kelsey we say him back. No, one time we were out to eat somewhere.
I know what you about to say. Jicama.
She said Jamaica. So I was so like I was really confused. I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, "What is she saying?" And I finally got to it. I said, "Hickory." She know what happened is.
I ain't never seen that word day in my life.
Oh God, it was something else too, but sometimes Kelsey got me cracking up. But it be vice versa too. Like sometimes I be my son. That's why she asked me about that S word. Statistics.
No, but you know,
statistics.
Like,
there you go, statistics.
But it just goes back to like our southern tang. It just, and then also just like our form of speaking.
Yeah.
To some, they don't see as intelligent.
Right.
They think that we're ignorant because we may say things like how to say things.
Yeah.
We may say things that don't make sense. Right. Our words may just be one
long thing. Yeah.
It's just gonna be one run on. But we know we saying.
Right, and you low-key know what I'm saying too. You know what I'm saying, but you're trying to make a mockery out of it. And African American vernacular is a language, and it should be respected. It is a language.
And AAVE, if everyone's just used to seeing the acronym.
Yeah, Ebonics, that is a cultural language of how we talk. And one thing that I question is who gives people the say so and the right or the authority to say how we speak in our culture and how we like talk is wrong or it's not,
or what's considered the norm.
What's considered the norm or whatnot? Like why the things that we do are considered ghetto or stuff like that. And like even if you go into the workplace or the working field, whatever, that's like say corporate or healthcare or any of the considered professional careers, it's like I'll take it as a Black woman because that's my experience at the top. There's so much against like your hair. With like, why should I feel uncomfortable wearing what naturally grows out of my scalp that God gave me? What is wrong with my natural fro? Whether I have a fro, whether I have locks. What
makes it unprofessional?
What makes it unprofessional?
My work's still getting done, isn't it?
I look clean. I look kept up. Like what? Like of course, in a professional setting, you should look decent. You should look put together. You should look
like don't come in there with your hair like dirty or
you look like you just rolled out of bed. Right. Like I look at anybody, whether you white, black, purple, green, or blue, and you coming in here looking like yesterday. Like there's a difference in looking presentable, and you're saying that because I look different as far as like my afro or something like that, that is unprofessional.
Because my hair isn't always straight.
Right.
Or because it's not long. It's not blonde.
Or like you said, straight and silky and uniform and stuff. And that gets ingrained in us as a kid. Like little girls getting relaxers and stuff like that, or getting your hair pressed and hot combed. And people, for when or women, don't know how to take care of their natural hair or work with it. And then, like, of course, there was, I would say, the mid 2010s when like natural hair started like really becoming popular again. That's when you had the big chops and people getting their locks and stuff, which I love because we're embracing like our natural selves and our culture and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just wonder why it's so much emphasis on just us. Like, why are we stereotyped for just being? Like, we have to switch how we talk in order for you to respect me, in order for you to listen to what I say, and
or even just be accepted into the space,
right?
Or even be able to have a seat at the table, or even just be able to step into the room,
right?
I may not even get a seat at the table, but just being able to put my toe in
the room, I have to conform to what you think is professional or right. And so many of us like buy into that, and we I don't want to say discredit, but we look down on or talk down on people who decide to embrace their natural selves or how they talk, or me talking like my country South Carolina self. That doesn't make me ignorant, because guess what? I'm well educated.
Very
well educated. And if there's something I don't know, I'm educated enough to go search for the answer. You know what I'm saying? So just because someone talks different from the norm, but I'm like, what is normal?
Who decided what to make the norm?
Right.
Because it seems like there's always this standard, and it's always centered around this one particular group. And it's just like, well, how did that become the norm? Who decided, like, this is the vote,
this is what
what's
it
the
is.
norm, this is the standard, this is the model, this is how everyone should perform, this is how everyone should go and look and sound and do whatever else.
Right.
Who decided
for
that?
you to be accepted, for you to have some sort of respect, for people to respect you? Like, who, like you said, who said that?
Who made you the spokesperson for everybody in this world?
Please.
You not me, and I'm not you. I don't want to be.
I want to be me, unapologetically. And that I will be. That I will be. But it can get tiring.
Yes.
Having to do the code switch. Like, now in my role, like, y'all accept me for who I am. Like, y'all know me. I'm gonna joke. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I'm gonna say it just like how I talk. But of course, like, before getting into these roles, it's like, all right, I'm
gonna fill you out. But I think it's also knowing who to do it with. Because like I said, I know I can do it with my, we all black. Well, no, majority black. But we're all minorities. I can do it with them, and they understand.
Right.
Even though there's like generational differences on that team, they still understand.
Yeah.
But I know I can't do it with my other team, because
you're like, what is that?
We don't share the same culture. And you may not have to share the same culture to understand, but I just know they would not understand.
Or would try to understand.
Right, because I feel like I've done something, and I feel like my supervisor may have done something before, someone, or even like a community member, and they didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm nodding, I'm laughing because I get what they're
Right.
saying. I know exactly what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like you said, I shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
But I think because it just comes so naturally now,
Mm-hmm.
and you just getting a feel that way, you're not wasting your time
Mm-hmm.
or trying, because now you got to explain what you mean.
And it's like, especially if it's a joke, it's not even funny anymore.
Or some people may even see like inappropriate is nothing inappropriate at all.
Right. It's to take offense to it.
Yeah. Because I can look at you like this, and you know exactly what I'm saying without even saying it verbally.
Right.
Like, girl.
We here. Yeah.
Like, girl.
Yeah. Or if you say things, you're offending someone.
Mhm.
Because sometimes, like, I feel like people think we come off as harsh, like how we talk. And I'm like, no, like, this is how we talk.
It's just a lot of inflation in my voice and my tone,
right?
And it's just,
and I'm just straight to the point. Like, right. I'm not beating around the bush. I'm not coddling. I'm just saying what needs to be said, because why I need to waste time doing all that other stuff just to soften what I need to say for you to be able to receive what I'm trying to tell you without getting emotions involved.
And not only is it like cultural where you code switch, but also if you come from different regions of the country. Because
a Southern Black person is different from a Western and a Northern.
Yes. Because, or even like, I guess you can kind of consider Tennessee the South. But I think like, because I think about like people from Memphis. And
like,
I would be completely different from them. Like, there's some words they may use I don't understand. Right. Or they may say things I may not understand, but I'm not gonna tear them down.
Right.
We just,
I'm like, oh, that's new. I might need to use that.
Like how Glorilla say merge it.
That be so tickled, but it's so unique. I love, like, with me, I love accents. Like people in NOLA, Memphis, Charleston. Like, I love it, and just love hearing people like culture and stuff, and just like how they say things. And a lot of stuff is, especially like the Southern, like say Charleston and Savannah, a lot of that we have similarities on like the things that we say, like Bo and Bunky. It's like stuff like little simple words that's like similar, but still hearing the difference in just like the accents and the dialects and things like that. But it's like, it's no different, just besides like how you sound and talk. Like, it don't make you less educated. It don't make you less than me. Nothing. It's just how you talk, and that's just like how you said. Where you from regionally, culturally? Does that make me better than you because we talk different? Not at all.
You can be the person who says every word correctly. Don't mean you know.
And don't know a lick of nothing. Nothing.
But that's what makes us different, because we're able to speak how we speak and say the things that we say, but still be able to convey a message. Because you may say something differently and I say something differently, but we may be conveying the same message, but your delivery is just different from mine.
Right. But it's the same thing, ultimately. Yeah.
Literally. And although this isn't code switching, but it's also relating, it all falls under the same thing a little bit also. Cultural appropriation. So when I left for job, I remember an old coworker texted me and told me that they're thinking about implementing a policy where can't wear nails, you can't have colored hair, you can't wear bold colors or patterns.
So basically, they just want to strip you of your personality.
You can't have, like, I think the other one was like long hair or braids or something. She told
That's
me
a
this.
straight attack.
And
Like,
I was like, okay.
I
Nails.
got the nails.
My hair was like, I had more color in it now. It's like, okay, wear braids.
You wear patterns.
I wear patterns. I wear colors because I'm not wearing black every day. No. It's like, this is interesting.
Policies and stuff being put in place to strip you of who you are, minimize who you are,
and discriminate. Ultimately, that's what it is. Discrimination.
Basically, tell you wrong for being you. You wrong for being you.
But then again, the work is getting done. So,
but because I don't fit a certain image, then you want to put these stipulations on me to conform to what you see as correct. Yeah.
Okay. But yes, the code switching, definitely guilty of it. But it's just like, how do we, and I guess it's easy to say just go in and be ourselves, but how do we stop
having to do that?
Yeah.
I low-key think now we're in a time where people, and it's more so like the younger generation, like I would say millennials, is it Gen Z? What's first, Gen Z or Gen X? No, Gen X is back.
X is before us. So it's Gen Z, then Alpha, I think.
Yeah. Like around that time, I think people are becoming more open and more accepting. I feel like we're speaking out more and saying like, okay, this stuff doesn't change like what I can bring to the table. Like for one, tattoos was one thing that people used to be against. Like you only get on tattoos. I'm tatted. I'm gonna get a tattoo, but what's on my skin doesn't stop what's in my head that I can bring to you. So I feel like people are becoming more progressive, not all, because we still have older people in positions who have old ways of thinking and things like that. But I think more people are, like I said, accepting more, speaking out more, and being open more to just understanding that we have so much diversity. That's a bad word now. Diversity in people, and that isn't a bad thing. Like if we all are the same, there is no such thing as change. There's no such thing as improving or growing because we're all the same people. There's no new ideas, no nothing. And like I said all that to say, I feel like you the question you asked about what can we do to stop having to code switches, just being more comfortable with ourselves and knowing like, hey, first of all, if they can't accept me for me, then maybe I don't need to be in this space.
That's true.
And that's hard to get to that point because we're in a society where like it's been ingrained of just hustle and grind. Like you need this to get money, to do this and that. So you do whatever you need to do to make sure that you stay in the position that you are. But just showing up unapologetically you, and that shows whether you need to be in a space or not. Because if you can't accept me for all of me, like I have to put on a performance and a mask essentially every day for you to accept me, that's too much. That's cost too much because that's mentally and emotionally and physically draining because you literally have to turn off you, your authentic self, and turn on what they want to see, what they want to hear. Like, yeah, like why should I have to do it? And I've always been like one of the kids that I remember when I went off to college, like my parents told me like, you're going to have to work 3 to 4 times more hard than those around you just because of what you have stacked against you. Like it is what it is. And I used to ask why. Like I do what I'm supposed to do. I study, I make good grades, I'm a good person, I do my community service, and they don't
accept it just like them.
Just like them, like But why do I need to work harder to prove myself? I prove myself because I got here, like off my own merit. So why do I need to work so hard? So I always been the one to question that. But again, you get into those spaces and you're like, they really want me to be this for them to listen to what I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? But I learned, like I said, I think people get professionalism, and I think there's such a misconstrued idea of what professionalism is.
It goes back to like this idea of a model or standard or norm.
Yeah.
To them, professionalism looks like wearing black all the time. You speak a certain way. You
look a certain
way. You overall you just carry you carry yourself a certain way,
right?
And it's just like that is impossible. Like
all different peoples from all different backgrounds, all different cultures, all different regions. Like what? Like okay, I understand you want people to come presentable, looking clean and kept, and looking like you come into work or you come and do your job. But why is the stipulations of just simple things? And a lot of these are unwritten rules. So a lot of people will say, well, that don't exist. But we know there are unwritten rules
for sure.
The workforce or career world, any of that, for people to literally listen to you and accept you and respect you. Like you'll be a fool if you say it's not.
But I can still come in and speak clearly, present in front of whoever.
Okay, then plenty of time.
And get compliments afterwards about you speak so clearly and so well.
I get random emails from people I don't know. Hi, matter of fact, I got one a couple of weeks ago. Hi, don't know this person from a can of paint. When will you be doing another training or presentation? You know, I don't know. But seeing like people want to listen to me, and I think part of my nerves came in when I first started, even when I was like in the health department in the start of COVID, and having to speak to hundreds of people directors and execs and stuff like that, speaking to them like, oh, I'm a little black girl from the town. They want to listen to me, and I'm like,
and imagine me the only black person in that space.
Literally.
And it's like all eyes on you. And
you don't want to trip up on the word.
Right.
You don't want to say anything incorrectly. You don't want to let your slang come out or anything. You just like, are they going to listen to me?
And so then you start speaking a little slowly to make sure you say your words clearly and enunciating and not saying any slang, because you don't want anyone to look at you differently or look at you and think that you're ignorant and that you're not intelligent or that you don't have the experience and skills to do this work. So you start speaking and talking like that and all this stuff.
And you start spending more time thinking about how you saying it rather than what you're saying. And then you get in your head and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, because I'm going to admit, I know my grammar
is not the best.
It's far from the best.
Right.
And I blame that on the education system.
Okay, the South Carolina education
system. Because, I mean, we were, I don't know where we are now.
Bottom
but like,
of the totem pole.
Bottom 40s out of 50. Yeah. But I'm going to still try my best.
I did the best.
And you heard what I said. You know what I'm trying to say.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Don't play me.
Okay.
Don't play me. You know what I'm trying to say.
Because listen, you ain't got it all together yourself, Bookie.
Okay.
But yo. And again, a lot of that is just culturally, like how we talk. Like, yeah, ain't is in the vocabulary now.
I was literally taught ain't in elementary school.
Wasn't a word.
It was literally a sight word. And I know sometimes my mama would be like, don't say ain't.
Don't say ain't.
I was like, I was taught that. But you don't need to say that. No, I'm going to say it.
I'm going to say it. Ain't.
That ain't right.
All right. I'm going to say it. Ain't you such a... I mean, I use it in the proper grammatical way, but
where you at? Not where are you? Where you at?
Where you at? Over there.
Who over there?
Swallowed it. Child.
And my mom would tell me she said you need to stop cutting your words off. And to me, it doesn't sound like I'm cutting my
Right.
words off. I hear all the letters and
I
syllables.
hear it. And I hear my words clearly.
Okay. But you know what I said.
Right.
You heard me.
You heard what I said. And you know what I mean.
Mhm.
You know what I mean.
But I know there are times where I probably do cut my words a little short.
Mhm.
And I work on that. But at the same time, we have to accept, and also that could be a generational thing, like accept that we have our own form of language.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
But code switching is a job.
A tiring job.
It's a job.
It really is. Like it's a lot. It takes a lot to do that. Like you have to be mindful of making sure nothing slips out as far as like your slang or how you normally talk, and not only like your language but your body language, how you look. Like I be having to work on my facial expressions all the time. Like somebody told me at our training yesterday that I was just looking, I was like, oh,
like it's just RBF. I promise you, like
I'm not upset.
I'm not upset. You'll for sure know when I'm upset because my facial expression will be a little bit more,
yeah,
or whatever. But it's just RBF, or
sometimes I might be just thinking and deep thought, like
processing. People think that you have to have an answer right then. I'm a slow processor,
Me too.
especially if it's a lot of information at one time. And you're like overwhelming me with that information. Now I'm overstimulated, and now
like,
I'm
let
just
me
like,
get
oh my
back to
gosh.
you because I need a minute. I need a minute.
You know what I hate? Unrelated but related. When you're in meetings and someone is talking about something and they be like, mind you, you wasn't even prepared to answer. You didn't know you was gonna be questioned or nothing like that.
You're like, what's your thoughts?
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on this?
I don't know. I just found out. I'm trying to think.
Right. Or we just started talking about this. I haven't had time to process this.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm probably still on your last few words and you asking me what I think. I don't know what
I'm probably over here thinking about what I'm gonna eat for dinner. I'm more than, I don't want to say more than like, sometimes I'm probably not even listening because I have other things on my mind,
Right.
especially if you already told me that I need this information, this is urgent, this is now going on too. So-and-so reached out and talked about this.
I'm on a whole different compartment. I'm trying to catch up.
And just because you process things quickly, you can't expect the next person to
do that. Right.
So, yeah, I hate people when they call out and be like, so what do you think about this?
I'm like, I don't know. No, don't ask me. And it always seems like when I'm in deep thought, that's when somebody asks me a question. I'd be like, huh? I'm quick to be like, wait, what did you say again? Because I don't know.
And then, what I was about to say? What were we saying before that?
About it being tiring?
Yes. But we said something after that. This is bad, y'all. We do this too.
Yeah.
That's why we be, these tangents.
I couldn't tell you.
But yes, code switching, and
it's a job in itself.
It is. And it also causes us to, going back to what you said earlier when you were giving a definition, saying like how it causes us to conform just to fit in and be accepted and welcome and feel like we belong. And it's a lot. It's a lot because it's just like, you don't want people looking at you and judging you a certain way and thinking that you are a certain way or something. Right. You know that's not you, but at the same time, you don't want the people who are on the outside looking in thinking that's how you are.
Right. Or like people who like this is really who they are, have them think that something is wrong with who they are. Like, no, there's nothing wrong with you. You are just you. You're just you. But yeah, it just reminds me just like the different settings that it might code switch. Like, say, like the other day I had a call like by a doctor about one of my prescriptions or something like that, and he's really funny, like, "Hi, yes, this is Deja. Yep. I was calling in reference to
that phone voice. That
is so crazy. Like how you can like turn it on and turn it off. Like in those instances, it's not as hard because it's like you said, it's like you're so used to it and it's normal now. But it would be so funny, like people who know you that you talk to on a regular, and say they in the background of you talking like in your phone voice. They be like picking because like you know you're talking. Because I know I be picking, especially my mama. She be I was like, now who was that on the phone? Because that wasn't you.
Right. I'm gonna use my mama for example when she used to work at her old job. And this is during the time when you can call your parents at work and they'll pick up the phone.
Listen,
you have a whole conversation.
Oh, me to be so mad
at work. But she'll pick up the phone. She'll be like, "Hello, it's a great day in South Carolina. Blah blah blah. How may I help you?" No, I didn't do it right because I was trying to focus on not saying where she worked. So, and Mama, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Because honestly, if you think about, well, me and my mama sound the same on the phone. I just feel like my voice may be like slightly deeper than hers.
Yeah,
but we sound alike. But she, it's a great day in South Carolina. Department of blah blah blah. This is blah blah blah. How may I help you? How may I direct your call? Like, girl, who is this? And then as soon as I say mama, then she'll turn it off.
Girl, what? Good.
Like, and like you said, when you call your doctor for a prescription, or even if you like return a call to a partnership or whoever, or
like, hi, this is Deja with such and such. How may I help you? What I used to say? Yeah, I used to say, this is Deja with such and such. How can I help you?
Or when a number is calling you and you don't know who it is, you be like, "Hello, this is Kelsey with the blah blah blah.
I just received a call from."
And then let's say you realize you let them talk first and everything, see how they are talking. And then like once you see, okay,
I'm like, oh yeah,
you kind of relax. Like, yeah, you start laughing and everything with them, and it's just like, wow,
yeah.
So it goes back to knowing your audience and knowing who. And again, it's a complex situation.
It is.
Because yes, we shouldn't code switch. We shouldn't have to do that to be accepted into these spaces. But at the same time,
sometimes you got to play the game.
You got to know who you can do it with, who you can be your like full blown country southern. Don't care what come out your mouth. Self, who you can do that with. Because again, you can't do that with everyone because they may not understand what you're saying. What you're saying may get misconstrued. And it can lead to other things. But if you know what I'm saying, but I also can't assume just because you're black that you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So again, it goes different types of black people. Right. So it goes back to feeling it out, getting the vibe and everything.
That's a fact. That's a good point because I even take like with my coworkers from my first big girl job to now, like my first big girl job, definitely code switching. Like I said, I'm speaking to like directors of things, execs, teams, giving reports, like having to be a certain way. And for one, I'm a young little black girl, and I'll be it's different people that don't look like me on there, and older people that don't look like me. So having me certain way. So coming to a team now, but at first I definitely was like on my code switching, but now they get the real me. I be having them crack up. I talk just like how I talk, like, just like that. The jokes, and all my coworkers don't look like me. Like we're majority black, but we have two white girls. But those are my girls, like
But yeah,
just like you said, knowing your audience, knowing who to be able to do it with, and just getting a read of people and just how they are and whether or not you can just be that. But hopefully we can get to a place where code switching becomes not a thing at all.
And then languages just become various languages out there become more accepting and everything. And whether it's the workplace, whether it's just at the doctor's office or at the post office or something like that, that becomes more accepting from everyone, and it's looked at as a norm that there are different languages out here, and we're not going to sound the same at all. None of that,
right?
So yeah, I agree. Yeah. So here's to working on code switching. Not saying it's going to be an easy task at all. It's a very complex situation, topic, and thing to do. But it is doable.
It is.
So here's to taking up space, being your authentic self,
unapologetically.
Okay, because
that was a big word for Elmo.
Because as you can see, this is how we talk on a normal basis. But of course, we are guilty of code switching in spaces where we may be in rooms with people who don't look like us, and also people who do look like us, who
but
may
on
not
a different level may not understand.
Right, may not understand what we're saying, may not even understand the first word that comes out my mouth. But
give yourself grace for sure. Give yourself grace.
And so let us know in the comments if you've ever had to be in spaces where you felt like you had to code switch, or even found yourself working on that so you don't have to code switch in those spaces. So let us know in the comments, or just tell us like ways that how the community, how society can work on that as a whole. But yeah, this concludes our episode of Code Switching and another episode of Couch Conversations. We're glad that you joined us again on the couch.
Yes.
So don't forget to like,
comment,
subscribe,
and share,
and follow,
and tell a friend,
to tell a friend,
to tell another friend,
to tell another friend
about your cousins here on the couch
at Couch Conversations.
And all of our handles will be linked below, so make sure you follow all of those now.
All of them.
Y'all show us the love, give us the feedback. We love to hear from you.
Yes.
So don't be shy, because we all
cousins. And don't forget that a new episode drops every Saturday at noon on our YouTube and Spotify. If you just want to hear us while you're on the go, riding in the car, or whatever you're doing, drops at noon on Saturdays. And if they don't, we always make an announcement.
Always. And of course, if there's anything you would like for us to bring to the couch, slide into our DMs and let us know, because we would love to hear from you. We'll love to touch on topics that you would like to talk about. It's free game. It's free game. So,
yes. So until next time, this is Couch Conversations. Bye.